Yo, killing me with this.
More. What I want to get into next is this Nikocado Avocado fucking guy. All right? This guy, like, he really pulled a 180 on everybody online. You know, he really, like, pulled the rug out from everybody. If you're not familiar with this guy's content, he does these mukbangs, right? Or if a mukbang is basically where somebody takes a camera real up close, right? And they get a real good microphone, they crank that bitch to 11. You know, normal microphones, they only go up to 10. But this one goes to 11. So then they get a real ASMR vibe going, and they start chomping into the mic or whatever, and you're just watching them eat. For some reason, people find these videos like soothing or some shit. I find these to be the most cringe shit on the planet. If it was up to me, you just delete the whole genre. You know what I mean? Get it off the internet. But this guy became real famous on these mukbangs for like a different reason. He just like wasn't the best mukbanger. You know what I mean? He wasn't the best at eating food on camera. He was also like doing real outlandish things, screaming into the camera, acting real odd. He had his pets involved. He started getting really, really fat and really unhealthy to the point to where this guy was like shitting his pants on camera. He's just like the pure definition of like an internet slob, right? And this went on for like 8 years. But this dude was getting fucking paid. I'm going to tell you. He had like, if I had to guess, I'd say this guy has close to like 100 million followers on all his platforms if you combine them all. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe like 50 million. That's still big numbers. That's nothing to snark at, right? So people are like watching this guy just degenerate into this fat fucking crazy slob. Or so they thought. Now we're cooking. So, this guy just one day posts a video and he's like 135 pounds. Like, how the fuck does that happen? You know? Was he banking content? Was he, or did he film the skinny shit first? You know? Was he that much ahead of the game? I don't know. People online are really starting to speculate. They're saying like, yo, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. This guy came up with like the craziest psyop that the internet has ever seen. And after we get into these time codes, I'm going to tell you, it's not, okay? It's not a crazy psyop. This guy, he's just crazy. That's it. It's not a psyop. This guy is just fucking insane. So let's get into some of these time codes. And just so we could get a sense of like what this guy is now, and then I'm gonna show you what this guy was before, because this is like psychopath behavior right here. Watch this shit. So let's start with the intro. The intro, I even got like, this is like some super villain shit. Listen to this guy talk.
2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead. This has been the greatest social experiment for my entire life. It's alluring, it's compelling, it's gripping to observe all these unwell, disoriented beings roam the internet.
Okay, now what we have here is some delusional shit. Like, so now he's trying to sit there and say, like, I'm always 2 steps ahead. I'm 2 steps ahead. This has been the greatest social experiment of my life. To become the fattest fucking crazy slob that the internet has ever seen and shit my pants and do all this outlandish shit to, like, completely defile myself online and watch you all just eat it all up. That's just I'm super villain-esque right here. This is... Dr. Doom couldn't come up with a better plan than this, okay? So this is basically what he's getting at here. Now, my question to you is, do you believe him? But as a matter of fact, oh my God, I almost forgot. So I got like this super villain music queued up for this. This is actually insane. We're going to start over from the beginning. This cues up so fucking well. Listen to this. He actually might be a supervillain. I don't know.
2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead.
Ooh.
This has been the greatest social experiment of my entire life. It's alluring, it's compelling, it's gripping to observe all these unwell, disoriented beings roam the internet in search of stories, ideas, rivalries.
So you see, this is like, he actually does kind of have like a little bit of like a villain vibe here, you know? Like, this is actually a little scary listening to him talk about this, because he could have came up with this plan, right, to do all this. But this is why none of it makes sense to me, is because if you want to psyop the internet, why risk your health at such great lengths to do it? It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, this guy was probably like borderline liver failure. Like, he was really if you're eating to the point to where like you cannot control your bowels, something on the inside of you is not right. I'm going to tell you that right now. That's like your body telling you, like, I don't know what's going on the outside, but we can't do this shit no more. You know? Like, if you're eating and it's immediately coming out, that's your body telling you this is no good. Whatever you're putting in here, it's not doing us any favors, bro. So if you could please just get back to the shit that will do us some solid, some solid shits, then we would thank you for it. But now let's get back to this super villain intro. Listen to this.
Where they feel encouraged and engaged, where they involve themselves with the stories and become a product of influence. Thirsty for a distraction from time unspent, spoiling their minds, yet stimulating them at the same time. It's brilliant, and it's dangerous. I feel as if I'm monitoring ants on an ant farm. One follows another, follows another, follows another. It's mesmerizing.
So now, I'm telling you, he actually might be, I might be wrong about him. Now that I'm watching it with the music and stuff like that, and you got the creepy music going, he might actually be a fucking supervillain. This is scary to think about. Somebody put that much premeditation into this just to make themselves look like an asshole. Like, at the end of the day, you still look like a crazy fucking creep that people, we're all still going to make fun of you online, Nick. So we're rooting for your health. Nobody wants to see you die, but you got to stop acting so fucking crazy, bro. This shit is out of this world, man. Let's get back to this. This is jarring, this intro. Listen to this.
Spellbinding. All these little consumers, all of these lost and bored.
So now he's saying that all of us, we're just ants to him. He's just watching us. You know what I mean? We're just chomping at the bit to consume his content and watch him ruin his life. And he's been 2 steps ahead of us the entire time. It's all been part of his diabolical scheme to do what? That's the reason why none of this makes sense to me. To do what? What's the big tell here? I have no idea. You still look like a schmuck, but let's go on. People
consuming anything that they're told to consume. So I am the villain.
Oh, look at that. Hold up, pause the music. Whoa. Dude, he somehow has gotten uglier. Look at this motherfucker. Holy shit. He looks like a mix of like Drake and Master Splinter. He looks insane, dude. I have to know how he did it. I gotta know his routine. What is that? Ozempic mixed with a little bit of heroin? how did we do it? He's got like, he looks malnourished. Like he looks better, I guess. I don't know. He kind of looks worse to me. He looks crazy. I'm telling you guys right now. This guy went from 250 all round. You know what I mean? Like you could have rolled this guy down the street easy. And now he's as skinny as a toothpick. It's actually mind-boggling to see. He kind of looks like a little bit of a discount Drake. You know, this is Drake off of Wish right here. And this is like an album cover. This is like a wannabe Drake album cover right here. I'm in love. Let's listen to this guy finish out this villainous intro.
Because I've made myself one. And you will continue to consume these stories about me year after year after year. For as long as I tell the internet that I am the villain. Stories that permeate and linger and infect the minds of the ants. Influence the ants. Brainwash the ants. You are the ants.
Look at this fucking guy. This is so creepy, dude. Look at his face. Look at his face. If you're just listening at home, he's doing one of these, like, you know when somebody, they kind of tuck their chin towards their chest a little bit, but they stare up at you? You know what I mean? They have that real evil, villainous stare. That's what he's doing right here. And it's fucking terrifying. I'm not going to lie. Nikocado Avocado, he might be the Dr. Doom of YouTube. I mean, I'm serious with this. He might be an actual villain. Like, that's truly scary. You know what I mean? It's terrifying to watch. Like, I don't know. I'm almost flabbergasted at this. Now let's watch what this is going to turn into. Because here's my thing. If this is all psyop and you're like, oh man, now I'm healthy, why are you doing the same content? He's skinny. He's got this new lease on life. You figure, okay, now it's time to start making like some like vlog content, some like feel good stuff, you know, day in the life. This is my healthy journey. Maybe let's turn this thing around on the positive, right? You know, you fooled us. Great. But he doesn't. He goes on to make the same kind of mukbang content. This guy eats like 36 pounds of noodles on camera right now. We're about to witness this guy fall right back into degeneracy. Watch this.
Oh, Mr. Noodle, you're so cute. Oh, you're so... Yeah.
Okay, so now this guy, he's simping over his parrot, right? And the reason why I'm like even bringing this time code up and saying like, what the fuck is this here, is because this isn't normal Nikocado Avocado. Normally, this guy would be screaming into the camera. Like, he does this thing where he goes like, ah, at like random times. He'll just scream like that. You know, he's very loud, very obnoxious. He's like farting the whole time. So to see him nice and somber like this and really schmoozing up his parrot, it's a little unsettling. It kind of makes me wonder, like, what's actually going through this maniac's mind?
Oh, you're so cute. Yeah. You like that. You look like a big green ball.
So to listen to him talking like this, like all somber like this and stuff, is very weird. Like, it's almost the makings of a psychopath, right? And now, you see, the reason why I keep calling him a psychopath is because he shifts. He constantly shifts. He's like a chameleon. You know, even in this video right here, we just got done watching the most villainous fucking speech I've ever heard. You know, like I said, Dr. Doom, he's got nothing on this guy. And that guy killed the Avengers. You know what I mean? So this is saying a lot. And then now you cut to this, and this guy's like nice and somber. He's fucking French kissing his parrot on the camera, as quiet as can be. You know, he's being really, really nice. He's got this nice little plate set up for his noodles, and he's about to start talking about how all the past 8 years, all that eating and crazy shit that he did to himself, all the nasty stuff that he posted online, it was all just a dream. You know what I mean? It was all just a dream. And that's why I say, these are the makings of a psychopath. Look at this guy.
We're home. Hello. We're back home. Shooby-doo. And I'm back here with all of you. And it was a long 8 years, wasn't it? It was a long 8 years. And I didn't think that it would have gone this long, but it did. And it was like a bad dream that, yeah, it was like a really bad dream that we were waiting for it to be over. And
so now this right here, more psychopath, sociopath shit, you know, all the paths, whatever path you wanted to call it, this is it. I will be editing out that cough. So now this is another switch. Now he's going from being like somber and quiet. Now he's getting emotional, talking about how this was just a bad dream, how now he's skinny and we're here. We're at this present day moment and we should live in this moment and we should cherish it for what it is. He's almost fucking bursting out into tears. Right? Get this guy the fuck off my screen. So he's sitting there once again switching. And like I said, if you're this emotional about it, why are we jumping right back into the same kind of content? It doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense to me. It's like crying over something that you did to yourself. It's like someone telling you not to put your hand in a fire because you'll burn yourself, and then you do it, and now you're crying about the fact that you burned yourself. You did it to yourself.
It's over. It was just a dream. It was just a dream, Mr. Noodle, wasn't it? Yeah.
Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this Mr. Noodle, he's got to fucking go. You got to get this fucking parrot away from this plate of food. Because when I show you what this about to happen right here, this shit is insane. This guy busts out the plate of noodles. The parrot starts eating the noodles. This is insane. Watch this.
That noodle? What's that? No. So you get a taste test before I do.
No. Somebody get that fucking bird out of here. You cannot have this nasty beak all over your fucking crazy ass noodles. And I don't even know what are these noodles even covered in? You know, he calls them spicy black bean noodles. It looks like noodles covered in shit. Okay? No amount of green onions is going to make this look appetizing. You know, and the sesame seeds, not doing you any favors. Now you mix in all this bacteria from your parrot's schnoz while he's getting a nice little fucking mouthful of them noodles. You really got a recipe for gut disaster, my friend. I'm telling you, you're walking you're dancing a dangerous dance here. I don't think you're equipped to handle it.
This is like kind of not fair. Oh, Mr. Noodle.
Oh, and he's just like okay with that. Like, you cannot be letting... If you let your animal eat food with you like that, we cannot be friends. We can't be friends. I'm sorry. I love my cat. I give my cat he wants to eat it, I'm going to let him eat it. He can't eat it off my plate. What is this? You know, this guy licks his own ass. Like, so we can't... Who knows what that parrot's doing? You know, birds always struck me as kind of, you know, off a little bit. Like, you could at least eat a steak mid-rare. You know, you can't eat uncooked chicken. So I always been sus about these fowls, you know, these birds. This guy is just letting this bird eat away at these noodles. The shit's not right. So he ends up giving the bird his own plate. The bird has this nice little plate of like mushed peas or some shit. And now this guy's about to really dig into these noodles. And I'm telling you, it gets pretty scary. Like, I'm going to warn you guys now. What you're about to see and hear is not for the faint of heart. Okay? This is going to be something that even the strongest of men harrow at. You know what I mean? They really like shrink in fear when watching something like this transpire on their computer screens. So be warned, you will hear mouth noises and you will hear slurpy noodles and you will see this man almost like reverse back into the same degeneracy from which he just freed himself from. Watch this. It's truly, truly terrifying.
Cheers, everybody, to a new era.
Oh.
We were all just dreaming.
Oh.
Cheers.
Oh, the fucking slurping, and it's so disgusting. Oh, it's so disgusting. I almost can't even handle it. This kind of content, it's just, I almost could never get into it. Now watch, we're about to go into the next one. This guy's about to take a big bite. I'm gonna slow it down because that's gonna really show you, the lunacy here and how scary this actually is. Watch this.
Cheers.
Oh.
Want to try some?
Did you hear that? He goes, wanna try some? Oh my God, that is fucking disgusting. Oh, that is so gross. That is so gross. Dude, we're gonna listen to that one more. Well, listen, we don't have to, if you want, turn down the volume if you're watching, you know what I mean? Watch it, the way he says this. You want some? You want some? It's so disgusting. I cannot believe that this is
Cheers.
real. Watch this. Oh.
Want to try some? Want to try some?
Oh, what is this face? What is this face, dude? He's still just as deranged as he always was. All the black stuff all over his lips, the fucking nasty shit from the noodles. This guy I'm telling you, I give it 6 months. I give it 6 months, and Nikocado Avocado is right back to where we started from. Honestly, it wouldn't even surprise me if this was just like a video he recorded 8 years ago, and he's still just a fat fuck. Now, more on that conspiracy in a second, because there are some more TikToks and stuff like that this guy's putting out to kind of debunk that thought. Now, we'll get on that in a little bit. Look at this guy. You saw how big that plate of noodles was. He finishes the whole fucking thing. Look at the face on this guy. He's struggling. All the sodium and like the gluten or the rice or whatever it is from the noodles all sitting in his stomach, He was talking about how chewy those noodles were in the video. So, they're sitting in the bottom of his stomach. It's like a rock. Picture when that stuff gets in you and it starts digesting, it's like you have a giant ball of pizza dough in your stomach, just filling up your whole stomach. This guy's like heart is working double time. The fact that he's skinny might not even be helping his insides. And watch, he just got done finishing this whole plate.
Thanks for watching my black bean noodle mukbang, and I hope you enjoyed your food if you ate with me, which you should have, because that's what mukbang is supposed to be.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you are eating during these videos, you're like on a different level of crazy that I like. They should just lock you up for doing that, period. A maximum security, the whole nine. You should be not even allowed near the murderers, because that's the level of psychopathy that you have to eat while watching a video like this and listening to all those noises, you know? Like, it's listening to people's mouth noises close up in a microphone. That's a big no-no, my friend. Like, so the fact that people would eat while this is happening, it's insanity.
That's what it was originally for, and that's what I'm trying to bring back to the internet.
Disgusting.
And I love being a mukbanger. I love food. I like eating food. And I like being here. So let me know what you think. I guess that's it. Bye!
Once again, here's the thing. How is this going to be conducive? How are we going to make this work, Nikocado? That's my big question. Like, you cannot have your cake and eat it too. This, if you're going to lose the weight, the mukbang content, you're just going to get right back. Is that going to be another psyop? Is it going to be, you're going to do it again for 8 years and then lose all the weight all crazy again and be like, I got you guys again, fooled ya. I don't think that's how it works, my friend. You got to stop being like, you might have lost the weight, but on the inside, you're still a fat fucking slob. You need therapy, my friend. You need therapy. Now, like I said, a lot of people have been almost like speculating that he might have, done this as a one-off video, that he ended up maybe filming it a long time ago. And he just posted this, and now he's still fat, because the whole time leading up until this post, he had posts where he was still fat. Like, I think I had watched something where they were saying like just 3 days before he posted the video we just watched, he had posted something else on one of his channels and he was still huge. So that either goes to show you he either banked up on the big content while he was losing weight, or he filmed himself while he was skinny, and he's still a fat fuck. But now he's starting to post content to kind of like try to debunk those thoughts with people. And I'll show you right now. This content is almost just as scary as the mukbang stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's insane. I don't know why this thing just went to floating player. We cannot do that. I want to full screen it. Okay, thank you. So now he's posting this new content. It's probably more scary than what we just watched. Watch the level of insanity this guy has decided to bring himself to become relevant again in the eyes of the people. Look at this. So this is not good for anybody who's just listening. He's basically on an escalator and he's just dancing. Like, you remember how when TikTok first started and people were like, nah, man, TikTok's fucking gay, dude. It's all just like little kids dancing. He's kind of doing that. Like, the same shit that people made fun of TikTok for before it became like cool is what he's doing now. So it's like, I don't know. It's hard to get a read on this guy. Like, he must have, I bet psychologist YouTubers are like fucking killing themselves trying to do the research to make a video about this guy. Cause they're going to be doing all sorts of shit like that. You know how like when like a crazy like lawsuit happens or something, you get those like lawyer YouTubers that'll come out of the woodwork and they'll be like, this is why the lawsuit is it's a no-go, or this is why P. Diddy's going to end up getting convicted on all charges. They end up posting the video. It gets like 24 million fucking views. Everybody fucking loves it. Psychologists and stuff, they do the same shit. When celebrities are going crazy, they make the same kinds of videos. So I could only imagine the mental gymnastics they're going through trying to figure this guy out. Like, this is insane. Look at this. Now he's dancing in front of like some convention center or something. No music. And he's just looking absolutely insane. Like, he's doing a dance that I would imagine if like Like there should be like K-pop music behind it. You know what I mean? That's what I picture when I see a video like this. Like there should be like some you know what I mean? Something like that. You know, but he's doing it to no music. This guy is insane. You know what I mean? So now let's go. This is what he is now. If you're not familiar with what this guy used to be, I'll fill you in because it's fucking crazy. So, like I said earlier, it was very shocking to see this new Nikocado for a multitude of reasons. Not just for the fact that he was skinny, but he was acting completely off character. This is not the same guy that I've seen. And I'm going to tell you right now, before watching that video of him being skinny eating, I'd never watched a mukbang video of this guy. I had seen like TikToks. He did like collabs with like Oompaville and shit. Like, so I had seen him from like other people's stuff. Small doses. I seen this guy. But when I saw this skinny shit and how he's trying to frame it like he's some mastermind, I had to, dig into it. And then from there, I started seeing compilations of the way this guy used to act. I'm going to tell you right now, this is like a total 180 on the behavior side. He's still doing the same shit on the eating side. But why is he calmed down so much? What's happening here? What's the big psyop if you've already imprinted this image of yourself to us online? What now do you have that's like the big reveal is my question. Like, this is literally just a compilation of him shitting his pants, okay? If you have that much content of you just doing that and other disgusting stuff, like what was the big plan? You know what I mean? To completely defile yourself online and then come out and be like, I was actually never that person. Well, he still view you that way, bud. Look at this compilation. You see the way he's acting? Skittish.
Nothing came out.
He's like a fat squirrel.
Close it, keep it closed. I'm squeezing.
This guy is literally shitting himself online. This is crazy, bro. And like, okay, was it an accident? Did it only happen once? No. Oh, dude, this is disgusting. And then look, see, this is what I'm talking about. He used to do this kind of stuff and then smile about it. You know, this guy, he's always had this. My suspicion is that he was always this disgusting fuck. And now that after getting famous and rich online, he maybe came across like some sort of epiphany. And he was like, man, is this really the right track? Do I really want to be known for this as I get into like my 30s and then my 40s and my 50s? You know what I mean? If I even make it that far. I'm already pushing 350. Like, you know, you don't see too many super old people who are fat. You see tons of old people smoking cigarettes, though. Isn't that crazy? Right? How that works? How eating yourself to this degree is that much unhealthier for you. Isn't that crazy? So maybe he had some sort of like epiphany. And he was like, what could I do to make it seem like I never wanted to be this person? You know, what can I do to kind of save face? Because I've been stuck in this like depressing, eating, like black hole where I've just been like not doing any kind of work on like myself as a person or trying to like better myself in any way. And I happen to find a sliver of success in it. So I stretch that to the furthest degree I possibly could. And now I'm kind of feeling like it might leave a stain on my legacy. So what can I do to fix that in the eyes of the public? Oh, I know. I'll make it seem like this was my plan all along. And like you, the viewer, are the fucking idiot for believing it all along. No, that's not how, at least in my mind, that's not how it works. You've always been this fat fuck. And just telling by the behavior that you're displaying in this one new video, you're always going to be this fat fuck. So don't try to sit there and pass the buck onto us, the viewer, for, you know, taking part in watching your downfall. And that's the, you know, when people watch NASCAR, the whole time they're just like waiting for a car crash to happen. That's what we're doing. We're waiting for you to take a bite of this Big Mac, and that's the one that does you in. That's what we're waiting on, okay? So don't try to play this on us. Look at this degenerate. This one's bad, dude. This is disgusting. Look at this. No, this is all part of the psyop. I have a shit stain in my bed with my gay lover sleeping next to me, only a foot away. I'm going to post this on YouTube. This is all part of the psyop. You're the idiot. You, the audience, you're the fucking idiot. The audience member's the idiot, not me. You know what? I'm the greatest. You know, I'm going to take over the world with this shit. This is like the most backward shit I've ever heard of. But I mean, I that's just Nikocado Avocado. I mean, what are we going to do? Let's give it up for him.
And hold my fart like a bong rip.